So good morning, children. Today we are going to start
Good morning.
chapter.
Good morning, ma'am.
Any guess whether it's a poem or a prose?
Poem, story.
I'm a story.
Ma'am, story.
Story. Okay. Story. For the time being, let's consider it as a story. But I'm going to give you some clues about who we are going to learn today. Okay? Keep your textbooks closed. I don't want anyone of you to open it now. I'll give you some clues. Let me see whether you will be able to identify the person or not. Okay. The person about whom we are going to study is Pakistani.
Ma'am, Malala Yousafzai.
Malala.
How do you know that? When you heard the nationality of a person, Pakistani, how come you know that it's Malala?
Ma'am, because she's one of people from Malala, more famous to the world.
Once again, Smriti.
Ma'am, she's one of the famous people from Pakistan who's famous to the world.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am, she's right.
Person from Pakistan. Alright, so what you said is correct. Before I can give you more clues, you identify the person. So tell me what you know about Malala, one by one. There we go.
Malala, ma'am. Ma'am.
Yes, Tanika.
Ma'am, that Malala Yousafzai was the person who fight for the education for the girls in the Pakistan.
Yes, she fought for educating girls in Pakistan. Alright. Then, who else?
She was shot by Taliban.
Yes. She was shot by Taliban.
Okay.
Then,
Ma'am,
yes, Smriti.
ma'am, first she started telling to the people she started a small school, but most of the people did not agree to send their children. Then she through many speeches and speeches and other activities, she showed to the world that education is very important to children.
Through her motivational speeches, she made it very clear to the world that education is very important. Okay, girls are equally right, have the right, just like boys, to be educated. Okay, then Ameya, Lisa, Anandakrishnan, Malavika. Tell me what else you know?
She won Nobel Prize.
What age was she shot by Taliban?
She was she was shot by Taliban because she did not obey their rules.
Okay, I'm asking at what age? Any guess?
16 or 15 something.
When she was
16.
14 years old. When she was 14 years old. Okay.
In the school bus.
Yes. Then, do you know any famous quotes said by her? Any familiar quote said by Malala? I think it's stuck there in my library also. Famous quote.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Who will give the answer?
Ma'am, your sound is not clear.
Am I asking to all of you? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, but sometimes your sound is.
Sound is. I'm speaking as loudly as I can.
Ma'am, you are speaking loudly, but your voice is like echo. It's like an echo. Ma'am, it happens to the teachers who's taking class in studio room 7.
Yes. So it's not my problem. It's a technical error. Just trying to listen to me. Okay. I'm asking you whether you remember any famous quote said by Malala.
She wrote a book, I Am Malala, something like that.
Okay.
I Am Malala.
She has written a book, Malala.
Yes, ma'am, I have it.
I'm asking you the famous quotes Any one of the famous books. One book.
One book and one pen.
One book.
And one pen changes the
One
world.
pen. One teacher can change the world.
The world.
Okay. One book, one pen, one teacher can change the world. So let's go through some of the portraits of Malala. Okay. And this.
Ma'am, it's
Share
not.
screen. Can you see the picture?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Malala Yousafzai. You can write down few details about her. She was born on 12th July 1997. 12th July 1997. Her nationality, as you all know, she's a Pakistani. And now she's residing in the United Kingdom. She got education from the University of Oxford and Kushal Province. Education from the University of Oxford. And also Kushal Public School. She attended Edgbaston High School for Girls during the year 2014 to 2017, and also independent school. Yes.
Can you show that slide one more?
Previous one. And she graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree. Graduation was in Bachelor of Arts. Bachelor of Arts in the subjects of philosophy, politics, and economics. She is a degree holder. She is a graduate in the subjects philosophy, politics, and economics. From the University of Oxford. From the University of Oxford. Can I change the slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Her parents are the father, Sianuddin Yousafzai. Her father was a great motivator for her. He's the one who supported her. Is this color okay, children? Can you see it?
Ma'am,
No,
it's not
ma'am, it's light.
clear.
Ma'am, it's clear.
Yousafzai. And her mother, Yousafzai. All of us have been used to not be that much familiar. She is a campaigner for girls' education from Pakistan. Malala is a campaigner for girls' education in Pakistan. And she did a campaign for female education in the year 2012. Campaign for female education was done in the year 2012. Yes. Malala Yousafzai.
Ma'am, can you tell which year was the campaign for female
2012.
education?
2012. The campaigning for female education was done by Malala in the year 2012. The fearless activist who took a bullet for education. That's how we can describe Malala.
So the last slide once more. The campaign.
Yes.
And the campaign for Malala.
Campaigning year you mean? 2012. 2012.
Okay, ma'am.
The girl who stood up for education and changed the world. Malala Yousafzai. See how beautiful she was? But after being affected with the bullet, her entire facial structure has been changed, as you can see it here in this picture. She was shot by the Taliban in 2012 and she was just 15 years old. Okay. She was shot by Taliban in the year 2012. When she was just 14 to 15 years old. And it happened on October 9. Okay, the incident happened on October 9, 2005. She was seated on a bus heading home from school and she was talking with her friends about schoolwork. The two members of the Taliban stopped the bus and a young bearded Taliban asked the girls, who is Malala? And without knowing the consequence that was going to happen, her friend unknowingly pointed at her. And that is how it happens. Yes. See, you can see a quote said by her, they will not stop me until I get my education. If it is in home, school, or any place. So Malala was very much determined that whatever matters, whatever worries or troubles that she goes through, but she will get education. For her, education was very, very important. You don't have to grow old to change the world. You can do it right now. This is another very inspiring inspiring words by Malala. Okay, and it has been quoted by the individuals. You don't have to grow old to change the world. You can do it right now. Whether you are young or old, it doesn't matter. But if you are determined to change the world, you will do it right now. Yes. One teacher, one child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. This is what we discussed just a few minutes ago. When the whole world is silent, even one voice becomes powerful. Have you ever experienced that, children? Imagine that if the teacher asks the entire class to be quiet, and even if you put a single pen or pencil down, it creates a sound. That's it. When the whole world is silent, even one voice becomes powerful. And Malala's voice was so powerful that it was heard by the whole world. She, in fact, fought for the rights for the girls to be educated. Yes, another quote. We realize the importance of our voices only when we are silenced. We are all gifted with voice. We are all gifted with speech. But then we realize the importance of it when we are asked to be quiet. Is it true? Yes. When we are asked to remain quiet, you feel like speaking out. You feel like making noise. And this was the condition that exactly Malala was going through. Pakistani girls were devoid of education.
Ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, I don't know if was it true. Like the girls, the women of Pakistan had to wear full skirts and stuff like that, and then they have to not show their beauty outside, and they have to wear full sleeve clothes, and it was like that. And Malala usually she was okay with that, but then there was a lot of fights and shots of bullets, and even her house glasses were even broken with their bullets and stuff. And then she didn't like this environment, and then she wanted to go and study also, so that her father was a teacher, and then he taught her at home because he was scared of her daughter, like. And then she read many books, and then she found how education was much important for our life. And then yes, she fought for education like that.
yes, yes. Very good information, Lisa. What you said is correct. Okay, moving on to the next picture. Yes. If one man can destroy everything, why can't one girl change it? Okay, so do you know what is Taliban?
It's
He told that Taliban shot Malala. What is Taliban?
terrorists.
A terrorist group. If you want, you can take down. The Taliban refer to themselves as. You want me to write on the board? Okay. Taliban refer to themselves as the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. Taliban refer to themselves as the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. It's a fundamental political movement.
Ma'am, can you say what's after the Islamic?
Emirate. E-M-I-R-A-T.
Okay, ma'am.
Taliban refer to themselves as the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, an Islamic fundamentalist political movement, an Islamic fundamentalist political movement, and military organization, in Afghanistan.
And say after politics.
Political movement, and military organization in Afghanistan, currently waging war within that country.
After currently,
Once again, the Taliban refer to themselves as the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, an Islamic fundamentalist political movement and military organization in Afghanistan, currently waging war in that country. You want me to repeat?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Should I repeat it again? Alright. The word Taliban The word Taliban comes from Talib. You have to put that word in single inverted comma. Talib. T-A-L-I-B. The word Taliban comes from Talib, which means student. Student. The word Taliban comes from Talib, which means student in Arabic. In Arabic. As the group was started by Pakistani religious school, as the group was started by Pakistani religious school students.
What is the meaning of Taliban?
The word Taliban comes from Talib, which means student in Arabic. As a group was started by Pakistani religious school students in the mid-1990s. Okay, so this particular movement was formed by school students of Pakistan in the middle of 1990s. Is it clear, children?
Ma'am, here.
I'll just repeat. The word Taliban comes from Talib, which means student in Arabic. As a group was started by Pakistani religious school students in the mid-1990s. 1990, the mid-1990s. Okay, so what was the condition of Pakistan with regard to education at that time? The parents.
Education was not too much important for them.
Education was not much important for them. Yeah? Risa, that's your opinion? That's your point
Yeah,
of view?
that's why maybe they found education was bad for those children. That's why they avoided education.
Ma'am,
Yes. Yes, Pratik?
ma'am, in the olden days, Pakistanis thought that the girls were only meant for the
One
household
second.
work.
Nihal. Where is Nihal? Oh, okay. Pratik, continue.
Ma'am, they thought that the girls were they were only made for the household works, and they were married in the when they were when they
Yes.
were
Small age.
Malala was of the opinion that she never wanted to confine her own life within the four walls of her house. She was of the opinion that she was born into this world not for getting married, not only for getting married and rearing children, not giving birth to children, but God has a different or definite plan for her life. And she believes that in education there is much more freedom for each individual. Okay, so the question is why girls are not allowed to go to school in Pakistan? In Pakistan, even if the parents are accepting education, they were very poor. They were not able to afford the cost of education at that point of time. Okay? And the women were not allowed to attend the school because it was not culturally accepted. Just like one or two of you said, from their point of view, they believe that women are supposed to get married and they have to spend their entire life within the four walls of the house, looking after the husband and children. That was the point of view of the people in Pakistan. And we find that Malala was very much against this kind of point of view. Okay, and that is why she led a campaign for educating girls in the year 2012. And that was extremely opposite to the Taliban rules. That is why the Taliban became so much angry with her and they planned to shoot her.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, when she got shot, did her face completely change?
Almost. The bullet was shot on the left side of her brain and it took many months for her to recover. So, in fact, almost all the structure, facial what would I say? No, natural structure was changed. And that is how you see in the picture. Okay. She
Did
was a
any
bit
rules?
hesitant to show herself in front of the photographs for many months after this incident.
Did any rules come for those the people who like shot her?
Risa, your question is not clear to me.
Like anything? I asked that like any arrest or something came for the people who shot her.
I don't think so. That the person gets escaped. That's what I came to know. Yes. So moving on to the next slide. Yes, I have collected so many quotes sent by Malala. It was so inspiring. Yes, I thought that words, books, and pens were more powerful than guns. Okay, so look at the words that you use. The words, books, and pens. See, the writers try to reveal whatever is there in their mind to pen. Did you notice that when you read certain books by eminent writers, they present their point of view through pen. That is how the entire world comes from that. So according to Malala, words, books, and pens are more powerful than guns. Yes. Let us pick up our books and pencils. They are our most powerful weapon. Again, number 4. Yes. This is an image of the Pakistani girls. Okay. Yes. Do you know what is this? Swatwali?
No.
No, ma'am.
This is a beautiful place from where Malala is coming. Swatwali is in Pakistan.
Yes,
Not of Malala. That's another picture of Swatwali. Okay, different images. About the first. It's very old. This is Malala's family photograph. A father, a mother, and her 2 brothers. Yes, Malala with her father. Xiaodin Yusuf. Yes, this one I took a picture from the net. This is a typical map image that shows where Malala was shot and how she was taken to the hospital. First hospital and then the second hospital in Peshawar. Yes. The photograph taken immediately after Malala was shot on her head. This Malala is carried to the hospital. On her bed, hospital bed. Malala going through critical conditions. Yes, the parents visiting Malala in the hospital, parents and siblings visiting her in the hospital. And everyone praying for her life. What this picture represents. Yes. Road to recovery, Malala is suicide. You can see the gunman's bullet hit Malala on the left bow and does not penetrate her skull. Part of Malala's skull was removed to relieve pressure on her brain. The bullet traveled under her skin along the side of her head and to the shoulder. So many surgeries were done to bring her back into her real life. Doctors were really confused. They were going through a tough time. They were in a dilemma whether she would be able to regain her speaking capacity. Yes. This is a titanium plate incorporated into the skull to make it back into the natural functioning titanium plate. you can see the face. There's a great difference in her facial structure. Don't you think so? Look at the left side of her face. I'll show you the initial picture. This is the back. Quickly show you the original picture. See, look at this one. She looks very cute and beautiful. This is a picture before she was shot by the bullets. And this picture makes it very clear that there is a change in face, structure of the face. See, the left side of the face. So this is very clear too. Yes? Are you able to feel the difference?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, this is a man who shot Malala rape. This is an prison. This is an prison. Terrorists, Taliban terrorists who shot Malala on the head. Malala giving her speech. Okay, so what we are going to learn today is a speech delivered by Malala on the occasion when she received.
No.
What did she receive?
Nobel Prize.
Yes.
Nobel Peace Prize award.
What we are going to learn is a speech delivered by Malala Yousafzai when she was honored with the Nobel Prize for. What did she receive the Nobel Prize for?
Her bravery.
Ma'am, for
Bravery, for literature, for arts.
No.
What did she receive the Nobel Prize for?
For her
She is the youngest Nobel Prize winner. So what did she receive Nobel Prize for?
for studies. For
Studies.
studying.
She
For
fought
education.
for educated Pakistani girls. But then the title Nobel Prize for Malala was given to
Bravery.
Ma'am, education.
no. The title is not like that.
ma'am, she got the Nobel Prize because she tried to help the Pakistani girls for education.
Yes, I agree. She fought for educated Pakistani girls. And she was against the Taliban rules. That is why she was shot on her head. Sorry, she was shot on her head. But the title Nobel Prize is given for her.
Please.
For
She worked a lot to bring education.
5-letter word. 5-letter word. I'll give you a clue. 5-letter word.
Snuggle.
No. Struggle is not 5-letter word. Okay, another clue starts with P.
Ma'am, politics.
No. Not politics. It's not a 5-letter word. 5-letter word starts with P.
Ma'am, peace.
Yes, exactly. Peace. Okay. So Malala was honored with Nobel Peace Prize. She is the youngest recipient of Nobel Peace Prize. And what we are going to learn today is a speech delivered by Malala on the occasion when she was honored with Nobel Prize. Okay. Is it clear, children?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to give you a small activity. Take out your textbook, page number 61. The textbook is written as pair activity, but it's not possible for us to do it as a pair. So,
Okay.
we do it as an individual activity. The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you will go. It's a quote said by Dr. Seuss. So discuss the meaning of this quote with Okay,
Ma'am.
as I told you, it's not possible to have a pair work. So just read that sentence and then try to understand the meaning, and then you have to fill the remaining. That is, the more that you learn, the more. So what are you going to gain or achieve through learning? Or how education helps you? Just try to fill that sentence. Let me see the way you will be able to come up quickly with your own ideas. The more that you read, the more things you will learn. Okay, reading is very, very important. You will come to know a lot of things while you read. The more that you learn, the more things you will learn. So similarly, you can complete the sentence in your own words. The more that you learn, the more. So according to your idea, you can fill that sentence. Finished?
If you learn more, you will get more knowledge.
Okay, according to Rissa, the more that you learn, the more you will get knowledge.
Ma'am,
Yes, Anita?
more that you learn, more that you will achieve.
The more that you learn, the more that you will achieve. Okay, good.
Ma'am.
Yes, Anita?
Ma'am, for my sentence, I didn't put the sentence after the sentence that is given. Can we put it before that?
Can you make it clear?
Ma'am, like in this it is given to make our own words after the sentence that is given in the book. But I made the words before the sentence that is given in the book.
Okay. Just read out.
Ma'am, the more that you teach, the more that you learn.
Yeah, the more that you teach, the more that you learn. That's all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Teaching means learning twice. Haven't you heard that sentence? Yes, it means learning twice. Before you teach, you have to learn first. Yes, boys, I'm not getting any answer from boys. Aaron, Abhinav, Emil, Ashish. Girls are quite active in 6A. What about boys? Has anyone completed the sentence? You are free to fill it according to your motion. Anandu? Emil? Sriridra? You want to say something? Have you written it? No response. Geetika, Abhinav? That's so difficult to fill. Yes, Anandu.
Ma'am, the more that you learn, the more sufficient you will become.
The more that you learn, the more sufficient you become. Okay. Shravana? Shravana Suresh? Ananya, can you finish?
Can you hear me?
Your voice is feeble. Speak loudly.
The more that you learn, the more you will be successful in your life.
The more that you learn,
You will be successful in your life.
okay, the more that you learn, the more you will be successful in your life. Yes, Ameya?
The more that you learn, the more you experience.
The more that you learn, the more you experience. Very good. Anybody else? Yes? Even when you get chances, grab the opportunity. Yes, there we go.
And the more that you learn, the more you fly higher.
The more that you learn, the more you fly higher. Okay, very good. So, we are running out of time. It's time for us to wind up. So, I hope I have given you a clear outline talking about the young recipient of Nobel Peace Prize, it's Malala Yousafzai. If you get a chance, you just Google and collect more details on her. Okay, so we will begin with the chapter in the next session. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, children.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.